It is located here in the northern Rocky Mountains in the state of Montana, right on the border of Canada.
Why is it called glacier?
Because of the glaciers that formed the park.
What is a glacier?
A glacier is a slowly moving mass or river of ice formed by the accumulation and compaction of snow on mountains or near the poles.
How many glaciers are there in the park?
There used to be over 150 in 1850, but now there are only 25 active glaciers left in the park.
What activities are there in Glacier?
Hiking is one of my favorite activities in the park. The trail system is amazing and also a great place for camping.
Is that you in the picture, Teacher Nick?
Why, yes, it is. I love to spend a sunny day hiking with friends.
Can you go kayaking there?
Glacier is a great place to go kayaking, especially on Lake McDonald. One of the most popular activities is taking a tour on a red bus from the 1930s on going to the Sun Road. It is a very beautiful place and you can see lots of animals along the way.
What kind of animal are there in Glacier?
There is a really cute animal, the marmot. There are also mountain lions and Rocky Mountain goats in the park.
Are there any bears in the park?
Yes, there are a lot of bears in the park, both black bears and grizzly bears. So you have to make sure and carry bear spray with you when hiking.
What is your favorite plant in the park?
Well, bear grass. It blooms in cycles, about every 7 years, but it really depends on the climate.
Is there any special food you like to eat there?
There is a really great place to buy pie, Park Cafe. And nothing tastes better after a long hike than a big slice of huckleberry pie. What else do you want to know about Glacier National Park?
How many lakes are there in the park?
There are over 700 lakes in the park.
How many people visit the park every year?
About 3.3 million people.
When did the mountains form in Glacier National Park?
They began forming 170 million years ago.
Why did the government establish Glacier National Park?
It's because there are many precious wildlife species in rare geological landscapes in the park.
How can we get to Glacier National Park?
We can get there by a car, take a plane, or take the National Railway.
What time does Glacier National Park open on weekdays?
It opens every day of the week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
What is special about this place that makes it become a national park?
There were lots of glaciers in this place, and people wanted to protect it, so it became a national park.
Who first arrived in the Glacier area and where was it?
Native Americans first arrived in the glacier area some 10,000 years ago.
Besides huckleberry pie, are there any other special foods in the national park?
Yes, you can have game meat, like elk burgers.
How deep is Lake McDonald?
144 meters.
How many red are there in the national park fleet?
There are 33 red tour buses in the fleet.
Are there any other special plants in the national park?
There are some kinds of plants like chocolate lily, nagoonberry, Indian paintbrush, and lupine.
How many mammal species are there?
Glacier National Park is home to 71 species of mammals.
Is there anyone who is responsible for a forest reserve?
Yes, from May until August, the Forest Reserve Supervisor, Fremont Nathan Haynes, managed the park's resources as the first acting superintendent.
Why is the glacier become smaller?
Because of the greenhouse effect, the big glaciers became small glaciers.
What is the highest peak in the park?
The highest peak in the park is Mount Cleveland. It's 3,090 meters.
Are there any restrictions about fishing in the park?
We can only use the hook and the line for fishing. There are some lakes that we can't even go fishing in.
Are there any special drinks in the park?
Yes, there's huckleberry beer in the park.
When was Glacier National Park established?
It was established May 11th in 1910.
How's the weather usually in the national park in the winter?
It is usually cold and snowy.
What should you definitely visit the park?
Apgar Nature Center, Lake McDonald, and Trail of the Cedars.
Are there any salty foods at the park cafe?
Yes, there are. They have some roast beef sandwiches.
What's the history about the park?
Lewis and Clark on their return route in 1806. The corps split up in Montana, adding even more terrain to their journey.
How big is the area of the Glacier National Park?
It is 4,101 square kilometers.
Why is the number of glaciers in that park decreasing?
They're decreasing because of global warming.
What wild animals are there in the national park?
There are yellow-bellied marmots and bighorn sheep.
Who used to live there when the park was not built yet?
Native Americans and Salish people lived there when the park wasn't built.
Are there any fast food restaurants in the park?
Yes, there are some concessionaire fast food restaurants.
How can I get safe drinking water while hiking or camping?
How to get safe drinking water while hiking or camping in Glacier National Park. I would suggest using a Steripen. A Steripen uses short-wave, germicidal UV light to purify water. The UV light disrupts the DNA within bacteria, viruses, and protozoa, rendering them unable to reproduce and therefore harmless. In clear water, the Steripen will destroy over 99.9% of bacteria, viruses, and protozoa. And it's super easy to use. All you have to do is press this little button to turn it on. Then put it into the water. Once it lights up, begin to stir. It has a timer listed on the Steripen itself that counts down. For 1 liter of water, it takes 90 seconds. Make sure and continue to stir the wand and stir up the water, agitating the bacteria, virus, and protozoa, so you can make sure and neutralize them. One thing I would suggest is making sure you have a new battery or a backup battery while you're hiking and camping in Glacier National Park, in case you need to replace it. Alright, only 10 more seconds to safe drinking water. And the light shuts off, and the pen gives you a little smiley face, letting you know it's okay to drink. So, enjoy!
Good.